Howdy, everyone, y'all must be Voltage, and I'm going to continue my story of Voltage's adventure from where I left off. Okay, Sparkus wakes up seeing Chaos floating around on guard as the sun starts to rise. Shakes Voltage to wake him up. Voltage unleashes the Thunderbolt, zapping Sparkus before he falls unconscious. Sparkus, you made him use an electric move. He can't manage it. I thought you knew that. Sparkus, sorry, I had to wake him up, seeing as we leave today to fight Shade. Shade touches Voltage, channeling transform into him. Voltage wakes up seeing he's electric. Can you change me after I accidentally release the Thunderbolt? Well, yes, you need to be able to control your electricity. Well, Voltage, well, I'm faster at the jolting, so I could use that form, plus it can be hard to see. Fine. Use the transform Voltage, good. Now let's wake up the others. Jumps onto Sparkus' shoulders. 5 minutes later, Sniv, okay, this mission is going to be very difficult. No matter what, we must try to be safe. Voltage, let's move. Sparkus, Charm, Chaos. Let's get there soon. Sniv, Ryozor, you jump in after us. Ryozor, as of right now, we are the backup, seeing as Voltage, Charm, Sparkus, and Chaos are all decently prepared for a type advantage. Chaos floats out of the base with Charm and Sparkus and the rest of the team following. 2 hours later inside Dank Forest. Chaos, we must go now. Sniv, Ryozor, stay back. Sparkus follows up the Chaos. Charm falls after Sparkus. Volt leaps off of Sparkus, jumping forwards. Chaos arrives at the shattered Pikachu and the dented Mew statue, and the undamaged Shinx and Umbreon statues. Welcome to my domain. Chaos, we don't need to fight. I'm afraid I can't have both of us live in this body, and I'm not giving it up. Voltage, fine, then we'll have to beat you in a fight. Shade looks down at Voltage. Cute, you're turning your Pichu into a Voltig. Into a Joltik. Voltage leaps onto Possess Shade and using Discharge. Shade starts to use Psychic on Voltage, only get Iron Tail across the face from Sparkus, as Chaos uses Psychic, slamming her into the ground as Voltage leaps into the air. Charm fires a flamethrower at Shade before charging forward with a Shadow Claw. Voltage fires a 4 electric balls towards Shade. Shade gets hit by the Shadow Claw, her eyes turning black as she uses Psychic on all of them, slamming them slamming into each other. Voltage transforms back to normal. Shade throws Voltage, Charm, and Chaos to the side using Heavy Beam towards Sparkus before slamming Iron Tail at him. Sparkus flies into Mew statue, causing it to shatter, falling to the ground knocked out. Possessed Shade lunges forward towards the fainting Pikachu using Earthquake. Charm leaps away, sending a Dragon Claw into the Earthquake, sending it back towards Shade. You're not hurting my friend, I won't let you. Shade gets him by the Earthquake as she uses Psychic, sending Voltage into Chaos, as Sniv's arrive in the scene. Arrives to see Shade slam an Iron Tail into Charm. Charm takes hit after hit before using Shadow Claw, slamming into Shade's face, leaving a massive gash across the face. He starts panting for all the damage taken. Sparkus slowly wakes up. Shade screams in pain before grabbing Charm by the neck using Psychic. You made a big mistake. Flies into there with Charm and sends him flying towards the ground before warping to where he would fall. Slamming Iron Tail, Thunder Punch, and Thunderbolt into him, sending him flying. Charm flies into a tree, severely injured, and looks up to see Shade charging him, and looks into Sparkus' eyes. Win this fight for me, please. Shade slams an Iron Tail into Charm's head, hearing a cracking sound as Charm falls over as his tail flame goes out. Sparkus' eyes start to glow. His eyes glow bright orange as he charges Shade, using Grass Knot, tying them down before he starts slamming Thunderbolt. Before he starts slamming Iron Tail after Iron Tail over and over, before leaping into the air, charging a Thunderbolt, sending it towards Shade. Shade warps faster than any of them can see as Ryo flies forward, slamming into Chaos. As Ryo falls unconscious to the ground, starts to slam Sniv against the ground by her tail. Sniv sends Leaf Form into Shade as she falls down, injured but slowly, using Synthesis healing. I'm not falling easily. Now she's weak. Sniv slams an Iron Tail into Shade, sending her towards Chaos. Chaos warps forward next to her as they both use Crunch and Thief, slamming her into her, taking her Psychic Orb. Shade flies towards Voltage and Sniv and Sparkus. Sparkus' eyes glowing orange, grabs Voltage and starts to spin in circles at the charged Iron Tails, as Sniv slams Shade with an Iron Tail, spins towards Shade, launching Voltage. Voltage flies forward using slamming Iron Tail as hard as he can into Shade as he starts to glow white. I actually do like a spin combo, so I gain a lot of momentum and to do a lot of damage with an Iron Tail. That's a pretty good idea for combat kind of stuff. having Sparkage and Voltage both work together to make a really strong Iron Tail. Voltage leaps in the air with Sniv and Sparkage in chaos as all four of them slam an Iron Tail into Shade's head, causing a massive explosion. Possessed Shade bursts into light as it starts to fly towards Chaos, who slowly vanishes. Chaos, I will see you again soon. Then fades into nothing. At their entrance, Pikachu starts to fade into view, it being a female. Shade, wait, I became a Pikachu? Cool. Shade runs into the dungeon. I've actually made Shade a Pikachu now in the story, which is pretty unique. But seeing as I have two other Pikachu still, I want to have a team of 3 Pikachus only, but that makes them really weak to ground types, except for Shade is actually Electric Psychic now. Technically like a lower than Raichu, but it's a different form for just a Pikachu. A day later in Dank Forest, our Charmander statue has been built next to the remains of the Pikachu and Mew, and the unbanishing statue as a pile of fresh earth is at the Charmander statue's feet. I have the best connection with Charm out of all of us. Out of all of you. Yet you all came to mourn him with me. Thank you, Sniv, Voltage, Zor, Shade, Ryu, Eve, and Vortex for helping me make this statue to remember my best friend. Shade, I know it's a hard loss, but we all pay prices in the end. Look at me now, I'm a Pikachu. I'm now a Pikachu. Happy to help Sparkage, but I can't invite you and Shade become my teammates. 3 Pikachus, Team Thunderbolt. How does that sound? Sparkage, I will join seeing as Team Thunderflare is down a member. That's his old team, being Charmin plus Sparkage. Sniv, Sparkage, I understand your sorrow. Very well, I lost Phalanx and Zappy. Speaking of which, hey Zor, want to join the team? Zor, I would love to join your team. I like you and Rio. Eve, we must go back to the Yield, walk through the Vortex. Let's go Voltage, Sniv, Zor, Rio, and Sparkage. They'll charge of the dungeon, wonder what adventures await them. Thank you all for the support for the last 2 months of my stories. I may continue Voltage Adventures as an official story, but this ends the original journey. I mean, like, this story, I've actually enjoyed it a lot. I put a lot of effort into it. But do you guys really think it's done for that? No, epilogue. 10 years later. Yes, this is quite a time jump from what happened. This is Sniver here. I'm much older now, and I can win fights against Voltage, and even rival Shade now, but my time is coming soon. Shade is now 30, Sniv is now 39 in the story, and she can win against Voltage, who goes berserk still. And Sniv is just growing stronger and stronger as the stories are going by. I mean, like, in the first story, she got her butt beat by Voltage after he went berserk. But now she can actually fight against berserk Voltage and win the fights. And being the rival Shade, that's really hard to do for any Pokemon. Even Voltage loses to her still. And he can rival her, but, like, he's won a few times, but that's with her holding back. If she does not hold back, let's just say, you're not going to be alive for long. I mean, you've seen what she can do in the stories. Like the Draco Meteor Slam treatment for poor Eve, and a lot of other stuff she's done. I mean, she's the smart tactical fighter, but, like, if you make Shade mad, she just ends the fight fast. I'm 39 years old as of now, but I still haven't ever evolved. I think I proved that you don't need to evolve to stay strong and win fights. And I must go and see my teammates, Rio and Zor. Both have been living happily. I do my all to keep them safe after we lost Charm. Also, Voltage and Shade started a relationship. I'm happy for them. But this is Sniv signing off for one last time. Thanks for enjoying my time with Voltage. Now this is Voltage. I've been training for about 10 years, getting used to this body. I'm happy I chose to stay a Pokemon permanently. I'm 28 as we speak. I've been helping Shade a lot in our team along with Sparkage. We become one of the most well-known teams in the entire region. Team Thunderbolt, Master Class Rescue Team. Also, me and Shade are now in a relationship. We're both content with our decisions. Who knows, eventually we may get little ones. But that is for a later time. Thanks for enjoying my story of my time as a Pikachu. This is Voltage signing off. Sparkage, I've been part of Team Thunderbolt ever since Charm died. I still don't forget my best friend. He gave his life to save me. Thank you, Charm, and everyone for keeping me safe. I will continue my fight for you, Phalanx and Charm. Remember, in the second story, in the third story, Phalanx gave his life for Charm. He stood in front of it and took the blows and died in the process. Shade, I've been stuck as Pikachu for 10 years, but me and Voltage have trained lots and become one of the strongest rescue teams ever around. Sparkage has gone a lot stronger, much stronger, but his berserk ability that he learned from Voltage. But I'm content with being a Pikachu now. With the big Pikachu, me and Voltage, with being a Pikachu, me and Voltage both are happy with our choices. Anyway, this is Shade shining off. Shade runs off with Voltage and Sparkage, knowing that no matter what, if they stick together, they will be safe. I think that's a pretty way to end the story off. I've spent the last two and a half months working on these stories. It ended on December 28th. It started all the way back on November 11th. I've spent quite a while working on these stories. It's not been 2 months actually, but it's still been a while. I mean, like it was over a month, but time is irrelevant. I just really like doing these stories that I've done, but I might be continuing it, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's like I've got a lot of loose ends to tie up. Like Sniv, what's gonna happen to her? I mean, because like she's getting really old in the story, but she's actually getting much stronger. And Rio and Zora did not have main roles in this story, because like this story is actually focused on around Chaos and actually Sniv. Like they were the focus of the last story now. They were the main two focuses, plus Sparkage was the main focus as well. But like I managed to feature everyone in the story. Voltage, Sparkage, Shade, and Sniv were the main focuses. Zora and plus Rio both played minimal roles. But I actually managed to showcase to even Vortex, even though they can't fight anymore, I still showcased them. I mean, like, I'm happy with the Pokemon I made. But I think in the end, my way I did it for Charm ended off pretty well here. Win this fight for me, please. I think that's a good way to go for him. Because like he did a lot. He protects Sparkage, which that was his main goal, to keep him safe. He always wanted Sparkage to live and be safe for them. So Charm was willing to give his life to keep Sparkage safe. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a subscribe if you're new, and I will see you again.